I refused to donate my kidney to my sister, but my parents sold it without asking me. Well, here goes. I have always been the responsible one in my family. My sister Kayla was the golden child. If I got an A, she got a gold star for trying. If I worked 2 jobs in college to pay rent, she got an allowance for focusing on her dreams. Those dreams? Partying, blowing through money, and dating guys who made me lock my door when they came over. Growing up, I tried to ignore it. I kept my head down. I figured I'd move out one day and it wouldn't matter. But I was wrong. So wrong. When I was 16, I got my first job bagging groceries. Kayla was 13. She'd already stolen my iPod, crashed my bike into a mailbox, and blamed me for not locking it up properly. I still got grounded. At 17, I bought my first used car. A month later, Kayla, then 14, took my keys while I was asleep and crashed it into a parked truck. Totaled. My parents made me apologize for not being more responsible with my things, and refused to help with the deductible. But nothing prepared me for Kayla at 20. She fell into a hardcore party scene, pills, booze, sketchy dudes. She called me from Vegas once asking for bail money. I drained my savings to help her. She ghosted me after she got out. Last year, karma finally caught up. Years of trashing her body left Kayla with severe kidney failure. Dialysis 3 times a week. She was miserable, and so were my parents. They came to me like I was some kind of hero waiting in the wings. Mom, you're healthy. You're her brother. Don't you want to save her life? Dad, she's your sister. Family means sacrifice. I didn't say yes. I didn't say no. I said I needed time. This is major surgery, and I wasn't about to rush into it. That's when they started the guilt campaign. 2 days later, Kayla posted on Facebook. So blessed my big bro is saving my life. Can't wait to start our next chapter #LivingAngel. Excuse me? I hadn't agreed. Then came the texts. Don't be selfish. You only need 1 kidney. Think of the family. Do you want your niece growing up without a mom? Spoiler, Kayla doesn't have a kid. They meant her cat. But the kicker? My parents scheduled medical tests for me behind my back. I only found out because I got a call from the clinic about my donor pre-screening appointment. When I confronted them, my mom said, "We knew you'd get cold feet. We didn't want Kayla to lose hope." Dad added, "We've already put down a deposit for the surgery." Wait. What? Turns out they were working with a family friend overseas to arrange a transplant, and had already accepted $25,000 in compensation for my kidney. Your kidney isn't even fully yours, my dad yelled when I confronted him. It's on loan. You wouldn't be alive without us. Kayla screamed that I was jealous of her. That I wanted her to die, because I couldn't stand her being the favorite. I packed a bag and left. I posted screenshots of Kayla's Facebook post and our text threads on my social media, where I said, "For clarification, I never agreed to donate a kidney. My family scheduled medical appointments and accepted money without my consent. I will not be pressured into surgery." It went viral. Mutual friends, co-workers, randoms, everyone roasted them. Kayla deactivated Instagram after people flooded her comments with "give his kidney back" memes. Then I found out they'd forged my signature on hospital documents. I hired a lawyer and filed charges for medical fraud, identity theft, emotional distress. During the trial, my parents sobbed about family unity and misunderstandings. Kayla showed up in a wheelchair for sympathy. Reminder, she can still walk. The jury didn't buy it. The court ruled in my favor. They had to pay damages and court fees. Then here's where it gets wild. A month after the case, I got a call from the hospital. Turns out I'm not even a match for Kayla. I confronted my parents. That's when the truth came out. They never checked if I was compatible. They knew I had the wrong blood type all along. They planned to take my kidney anyway, sell it on the black market, and use the money for a more reliable donor. They literally tried to traffic my organs to fund Kayla's surgery. So I made a decision. I went fully no contact. I moved to another city. Changed my number. Blocked them all. Kayla is still posting on TikTok begging for donations, claiming I abandoned her. The comments are brutal. As for me, I'm in therapy, hitting the gym, and finally saving for my dream home.
I was forced to take care of my sister's disabled child just because I introduced her to drugs, and I work in a hospital, and now they want to bail her from prison. I have been called selfish, heartless, a failure. Maybe they're right. Maybe I am the villain in all this. But I'm exhausted. I never asked for any of this. For context, I have a younger sister, Mia. We were inseparable as kids. She was the kind of sister who followed me around like a lost puppy. She copied my slang, my music, even tried wearing my oversized hoodies in middle school because she thought it was cool. When I was 17, I had a phase. Weed, pills, parties. Nothing hardcore, at least not compared to where Mia ended up, but enough to make me think I was untouchable. One night, Mia caught me smoking in the garage. She was 14. She begged me for a puff. I told her no at first, but I was a stupid teenager who wanted to be the cool brother. I gave in. Just one puff. I said, "Don't tell Mom." I had no idea that one moment would snowball into this. Fast forward 10 years. Mia has cycled through boyfriends, rehab programs, and arrests. She got pregnant at 21 after a fling with some guy whose name she doesn't even remember. Despite warnings from her doctor about her lifestyle, she kept the baby. Josh is 4 now. He's nonverbal, severely developmentally delayed, and needs round-the-clock care. Last year, Mia disappeared. Again. My parents showed up at my shitty one-bedroom apartment with Josh and a diaper bag. "You work in a hospital," my mom said. "I'm a cleaner." I replied, "You know people there. Nurses, doctors. You can ask for help." "You introduced Mia to drugs." My dad added, not even looking me in the eye, "This is on you." Then they left, just like that. I wish I could say I took to parenting naturally. I didn't. The first night, he screamed for 3 straight hours. I tried rocking him, singing to him badly, giving him his favorite toy. Nothing worked. I ended up crying right there on the floor, beside him. The days blurred together. Diapers. Therapy appointments I couldn't afford. Calls from my boss asking why I was late again. The apartment smelled like sour milk and disinfectant. I hadn't had a full night's sleep in months. Some days I'd snap. "Why can't you just tell me what you want?" I yelled once when he threw his plate on the floor for the 5th time. He flinched. Tears welled up in his big brown eyes. Guilt hit me like a freight train. I fell to my knees and hugged him. "I'm sorry, buddy. I'm so sorry." Then I noticed something. It started small. One afternoon, I found Josh sitting on the kitchen floor, a crayon in each hand. He was drawing swirling patterns on the linoleum, beautiful, intricate designs that made my jaw drop. I started buying him sketchbooks from the dollar store. Soon every wall in our apartment was covered in his art. One day, I posted a photo of his drawing on Reddit. Ironic, huh? It went viral. People couldn't believe a nonverbal 4-year-old could do that. A local community center reached out about a kids' talent show. I signed him up, figuring it couldn't hurt. The day of the show, I was a nervous wreck. But Josh, calm as ever. He sat there in his oversized sweater, drawing in front of a hushed crowd. When he was done, the applause was deafening. He won first place. $5,000 prize money. Enough to pay off some debts and get him better therapy. A local art teacher even offered to mentor him for free. For the first time in years, I felt like maybe, just maybe, We were going to be okay. That's when my parents came crawling back. Mia's in trouble. My mom said over the phone, her voice shaking. She's facing charges. You need to help. She's your sister. My dad added, and you owe us. You owe her. They want me to pay for Mia's lawyer. They want to take her, and once she gets out. You introduce her to drugs. They keep saying, this is all your fault. But I'm barely holding on. Josh is my priority now.